Are we playing a game of bluff, double bluff, or triple bluff? That's the question I'm asking this morning. Is everything that we know, well, everything that we know is turned upside down, but is everything that we know turned upside down and then some? And the reason I say that is because I'm just wondering whether there's a bigger game than we have been dealt so far, especially in this sort of movement in which we're calling out the frauds and the lies and so on. Let me explain what I mean in a second. One of my friends, Mark, sent me a newspaper cutting from, I think it was the Telegraph, and it does seem that all that nonsense from 2020 and the 2021 is all now beginning to seep out into the mainstream media. Let's have a little look here. So, COVID jabs, this is what the article says, may be to blame for increase in excess deaths. Well, isn't that what Andrew Bridgen was calling some time ago about and was concerning? Let's just have a quick shufty into the article just a little bit to see what else it says. So it says experts call for more research into the side effects and possible links to mortality rates. COVID vaccines may be partly to blame for a rise in excess deaths since the pandemic, scientists have suggested. Really? Oh my goodness. So this is now slowly going in. I mean, they couldn't hide it, could they? Because they couldn't hide the bodies. I mean, it is absurd. People are dropping down dead left, right and centre all over the place. And you've got to find some excuse for it if you are saying that it isn't that medical intervention that everybody had in 2021 and are still having it where, you know, people probably are on their 57th booster right now, aren't they? And yeah, Andrew Bridgen was calling this out. And by the way, there is no mention of Andrew Bridgen in that article at all, which seems very strange. But that doesn't surprise us because Andrew has been made out to be this terrible MP. Incidentally, just on the aside, if anybody happens to be wanting to be in the North Leicestershire area and wants to help Andrew Bridgen, he is looking for assistance in posting leaflets in through people's doors to help get him back into Parliament so that he can do more good as an MP. So if you fancy him getting in there and you want to get involved, now you haven't got to do knocking on doorsteps and talking to people, but he is looking for an army of people. So get in touch with his office. I'm sure you'll find that online easily enough, or through Twitter or various places, and say that you have a spare afternoon or an hour or whatever, and just helps deliver leaflets to people's houses in his constituency. That would be brilliant. But he's not mentioned in this article at all. I scoured through it and I could not see it, which is a great shame. Anyway, I'm very grateful for Mark for sending in the article, and I started to think this is interesting because surely those people that planned this stuff, that put whatever nasty stuff it is in the you-know-what, they must have known that people would have questioned this, queried it, and said, hang on a minute, they must have planned. They can't just gone, oh, we'll just try and knock everybody off and we'll stick something in them. We'll make out there's a virus and we'll come out with a solution. They must have also thought what would be the ramifications. What are people going to say? Are they going to question this when people start dropping down dead? Unless we do it all in one hit and we get everybody on the same day so there's nobody left to do any questioning, they must have thought, people are not going to take to this. Eventually, people are going to realise that they've been had. And if that's the case, and people now are going, oh, hang on, who is the one world government or the would-be one world government who want to push all of this on us? Oh, wait a minute, let me think. Is it the WHO? Is it the World Health Authority who, at the speed of science, has sort of made sure that everybody in the world took one of these medical interventions? Then maybe we don't want the WHO. And perhaps by association the WEF, the World Economic Forum, who seem to be sort of very much in the parallel driving seat. And so perhaps people start going, well, we don't want these people, we don't want them, we'll have something else. And this is where the bluff and the double bluff comes in, because I have a sense that maybe All of this was set up so that actually the WHO, the WEF, and these bunch, that we all find them intolerable and we go, we don't want those, we want something else. So I'm wondering if something else is magically going to come forward to be the saviour, and we all go, yeah, let's have that. We don't want those nasty people and they're sort of motion picture villains. I mean, remember Klaus Schwab before he was taken off the scene, let's say, and the people like Bill Gates and Tony Blair and all of that lot? Maybe they've all been set up as stooges. Maybe they've all been set up so that we all actually hate them, and then we put in something else with people we don't necessarily know, and maybe that whatever is next coming has been in the plan right from the start and is far worse than what we've had already.